Drop it.
On 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown. John Richardson, Sean Locke, David Mitchell, Catherine Ryan, Nick Helm, Susie Dent, and Rachel Riley. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy
Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show all about letters, numbers and conundrums. Did you know, for example, a knick-knackatorian is a dealer in curiosities? Although if you've got curious knick-knacks, you're best off seeing Dr. Christian off Embarrassing Bodies. The Twilight novels have been translated into 38 languages. So in France, you might say there were merde. In Germany, Scheiße. In the Basque Country, caca. In Azerbaijan, there'd be pox. And in England, plain old shit. And a moment was originally defined as 1/40th of an hour or 90 seconds and could be used in phrases like, would you like to have sex with me? It'll only take a moment. Right, let's get started. OK, let's meet tonight's players. First up, it's Sean Locke. Comedian, writer and broadcaster. What's next for Sean Locke? Well, he's about to lose a game of Countdown to John Richardson. And joining Sean tonight, it's Catherine Ryan. Catherine is a regular columnist for the NME magazine, which is a very prestigious journalistic job in the late 1990s. Up against him this evening, it's John Richardson. I'm not saying John's a geek, but this is the first time ever David Mitchell can be called the cool one. And John's teammate, David Mitchell. Having a beard these days is very fashionable, and a lot of credit can be given to David for doing his best to put an end to that. David, you've recently played Shakespeare in a sitcom. Yeah. Would you like to have lived in Shakespearean times?
Well, I'm a big fan of septicemia, so yes. No, it would be terrible because, you know, they had no medicine or pain relief. I mean, they had lovely wooden beams. The whole place would have looked like just an absolute jewel of a B&B. But with zero Wi-Fi, no TV, no antibiotics. It was a hellhole. Frankly, they were all mad they didn't just kill themselves. They didn't have to kill themselves because the septicemia was waiting.
Do you think that's why they had so many wars in that period? Because they just thought, let's just get this over with and have a war.
Well, yes, what's to lose, you know? Well, Toulouse is a place in France. I've just done a crap pun on my own remark.
I like it. OK.
Big
rugby-playing city.
Yeah. Famous for its sausages, which are heavily spiced, flavoured. And bigger than any sausage you'd normally see on a plate. So you wouldn't, if someone said, how many sausages do you want? You wouldn't have 2. EasyJet fly there, quite good. It's the gateway to the Pyrenees.
I've been there.
Yeah.
If you thought it couldn't get any more boring, John's been there.
I hired a car from Toulouse Airport, and when I got to the desk, he said, do you want to do this in French or English? And I said, well, English. And he went, why not just try?
So you ended up on a pogo stick.
I thought one of the rudest things in France, though, is quite often I try with my GCSE French, and then they answer in English. And I want to go, why won't you let me try? But I can't say that in French.
OK. John, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Probably, instead of putting money in these catalogue schemes, put the money into just an ordinary bank account And at the end of the year, you'll have more than enough to buy the items that were on the catalogue and have a bit left over.
You know, you say some of these things out loud.
Oh, well, I don't know. What do you want from me, Jimmy? When you're shagging everyone, do them really well. Make sure everyone in a gangbang has a lovely time and has a nice dinner as well. It's not just about the sex. You can have a nice dinner
the
together.
key to an orgy is the catering. Toulouse sausages would be excellent. They're so suggestively shaped. Yeah. So it gets everyone in a sex mood.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want the cassoulet that went with them, because you don't want a lot of beans in your stomach.
Sean,
Yes, Jimmy. What is it now?
it's something that's been bothering me for a while. What is your guilty pleasure?
Ooh. Guilty pleasures in things you enjoy doing. You shouldn't really do, but how bad is it? It's when I'm, you know, there's self-service tills in supermarkets. I've adopted a one for Asda, one for Sean policy.
OK. Catherine, you've lived in England for a while now. What's the worst thing about living here?
I think you're sometimes polite to a fault. I was on a train with my partner. He was eating a very garlicky Korean barbecue burrito. Delicious. But there was a lady across the way who just didn't really like the smell. And he's American, so he's very rude, and he didn't care. But I've been here 10 years, and I knew it was a problem. So she's covering her face, just like... And I asked her, excuse me, is he bothering you? And not in a, like, is he bothering you? Like, not like I was asking to fight. And she was like, no, 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 no. And she wouldn't admit it. I had to rough her up quite a... Just say it if it bothers you, just say it. And she was like, it doesn't bother me. She would not. He's just eating his burrito like an idiot. And then when we got off the train, she said sorry to me. What a bitch.
Catherine, do you have a mascot?
I do have a mascot. A pointless trophy won by me. I won the Pointless Trophy, which I'm holding now on the show Pointless.
I think you've just found an excuse to get that out and show it off.
Do you know what I realised? Everyone loves it.
How often are you getting this thing out?
I remember earlier you said people in England are sort of overly polite.
Yeah.
I think that might be what's happening. OK, Sean, do you have a mascot?
Well, Jimmy, I've been thinking about how we lead our lives now, and I think we lead very safe lives, you know. And I think we need to put a bit of risk back into our life. The most risky thing most people do these days is eat shellfish or take an unlicensed minicab. So I've come up with a few ways just to make your life a little bit more edgy, a bit more dangerous. Now, I've come up with the toilet roll, and every third sheet, or fourth sheet, randomly, is some 80 grit sandpaper there. See that? You get a couple where it's fine, and then you get a double. Oh! Unless it's 80 grit, you feel that. It'll take the barnacles off a ship's hull, that will. Everyone needs a smoke alarm. But why not? Take a bit of risk. Put a snooze button on it. I'm going to get my stuff out of the house, but let's have another 5. Now, as many of you all know, I wear glasses. And if you don't know that, just have a look at me. And these lenses will withstand most conditions, right? But that would change very rapidly with my new, more risky, ice lenses.
Whoa.
Right? So you've got these on. Right, now imagine the danger if I worked, like, for example, in a men's sauna. Well, actually,
That's dangerous for a variety of reasons.
OK, I haven't got asthma, but if I did, and I needed my asthma inhaler suddenly, I've got asthma. Nothing comes out. So what do? I do this. You can amuse yourself and others while you wait for the paramedics. And finally, it's my new low-vis jacket. Just puts an extra bit of spice into going about your job.
She'll knock everyone.
Thank you.
John, did you bring a mascot today?
Yes, I was doing a bit of digging around in the old Richardson family history recently. I discovered this picture of my great-grandfather. He was the first ever Octo-champ on Countdown, or Witch, as they called them then. He was sadly burned. But I decided, instead of looking into my family history, I'd look into the history of Countdown, and I've got... This is a picture, I don't know if you remember when we started, of Sean on the first ever Cats Does Countdown. This is Victorian Countdown, and it took ages back then because you couldn't say bottom on television, so you had to ask for 1 from the top and 5 from Dr. Fothergill's allotment. That's what it was. And this is the first ever televised game of Countdown back in Roman times. It's the old Roman numerals. And the first ever game of Countdown, of course, this is the score sheet that we've got here. And that was the famous game when Ra beat Mbop by 77 canaries to 1 dead dog.
John Richardson, everyone.
History of Countdown.
David, have you got a mascot?
I do, yes.
What is your mascot?
My mascot is a fondue set.
This brings you good luck.
No, it's contractual. I've taken, frankly, a frightening amount of money from the Swiss government to be the face of fondue. They're trying to get fondue's in terminal decline.
Will you be eating fondue throughout the evening?
I might give it a go. I mean, it's very... I mean, probably shouldn't say this, but it's very, very, very cheesy. Oppressively cheesy. I mean, it's like a gallon of cheese in there. Anyway,
is there anything in the contract that would suggest that you maybe shouldn't say, oh, my God, it's too cheesy?
I've got to speak out at some point.
Go on, get it down you.
Oh, it's so cheesy.
Would anyone else like some fondue? I mean,
I'll have a bit of fondue.
Help me out. There's a... Yeah.
A bit of fondue. You've got to use different forks, otherwise there's germs.
Don't worry, John. There's no germ on the planet that can survive that boiling cheese.
just throw a bit of... Yeah, was that...
You know, you can have other fondues. You don't have to be cheese.
I thought it would be sort of showbiz fondue, but it's really hot, real fondue.
It's not...
Look at that steam coming off that. I love a gherkin.
Help yourself. It's a cornichon, actually.
I didn't know where they were from.
Oh, the fucking cheese.
You should do his cholesterol test before and after.
OK, over in Dictionary Corner we have Nick Helm. Nick's father was a civil servant, his mother was a maths teacher, and both of them are incredibly disappointed. Nick, you've always had quite a unique relationship with our Susie. Are you happy to be reunited this evening?
Oh, Am I happy? Am I happy to be reunited with Susie? I mean, I haven't seen you in almost a year.
Yeah.
Am I happy to see you? Why don't you tell me?
Yes.
Just for people tuning in for the first time, what's the background of your relationship?
Well, we've loved each other and we've lost each other, and we finally, I think, we're on the way to finding each other again, aren't we now, Susie?
Are they forks, those fondue things?
Don't play hard to get.
And with Nick, of course, it's Susie Dent. Susie occasionally presents a drive time show on BBC Radio Oxford, although she's had to stop because people kept falling asleep at the wheel. Now, have you been asked any unusual questions on Twitter recently?
Yeah, one person asked me what I do with my hands under the desk.
Me?
And quite a few people asked me if you really hate me that much.
Hate you?
Yeah.
I don't hate you. I think you're boring, but I don't. OK, and in charge of the numbers is Rachel Riley. Rachel says she absolutely loves Ryan Giggs. Well, Rachel, it's a shame you're not married to his brother. Rachel, you're an ambassador for a cycling charity. How would you persuade us to take up cycling?
Cycling's brilliant. I mean, it's good for your health, good for mindfulness. I think you'd love it, Jimmy, because it's...
Mindfulness?
Mindfulness, yeah.
What now?
Things like self-reflection. And obviously you love reflections of yourself.
Lucky if there's a mirror there.
Is that what cyclists are doing all the time? They're just cycling around thinking about themselves.
It's very odd how angry they are, given that they're experts in mindfulness, isn't it?
That's why you're cycling.
I'm mostly driving by them, being called a blind prick.
What I'm surprised by is, Jimmy, that you have mirrors in your house, because you always look exactly the same. Nobody's ever seen you in shorts. I'm not even sure you've got skin below the...
OK, the prize the teams will be competing for tonight is this, the Countdown snooker table. Dennis Taylor, everyone. And that is a full-size table. He is massive.
Here we go. 10 red. See if I can pot one.
That is what you're competing for tonight, and you do get to keep Dennis Taylor. OK, let's count down, everyone. Time for the first game. Sean, Catherine, you're choosing the letters.
May we have a consonant, Rachel?
You may. F.
And another one, please. R.
Oh, yes, okay.
And another one, please.
S.
And a vowel, please.
A.
And another one, please.
O.
And a consonant, please, Rachel.
G.
And another one, please.
H.
And then a vowel.
U.
And then another vowel, please.
And the last one. E.
OK, and your time starts now.
What a complete bunch of consonant, vowel, consonant, consonants. Can't you get your own bloody letters?
I've always had a thing for David Mitchell. I wonder if the beard matches the carpet.
I've got to make sure I don't get caught in the green room talking to John again. That was the longest 10 minutes of my life.
Oh, this is so boring. At least my latest copy of Hunks in Trunks has arrived. Buongiorno, Riccardo.
Sean, how many letters?
Can I have a bit longer?
No.
Well, because I'm not as good at it as John.
Oh, no, that's a good point. John, how many letters?
6.
David?
5.
Catherine?
6.
Sean?
9. No, I haven't got 9. I've got, I reckon, around about, if you're going to really force me to put an exact number on it, I think it might be a number that's usually called in our language, or in other languages, it has many names. Sometimes it is Jod, or Zikit, or Rid. But we choose to call it 5. Oh, it's a 6. I meant 6. It's a 6, a 6, a 6.
OK, David, what's your 5?
Sugar.
Sugar.
I'm not flirting. I wouldn't have said it in that tone of voice. I would have said it more sexy.
Well, give me an idea of what that would have been like.
OK, I'll try. Oh, this is going to be embarrassing.
You directed at Susie.
Oh, thanks.
OK, I'm going to try. I'm still slightly embarrassed, but it will be easier. Sorry, Jimmy.
I understand.
Sugar.
Fucking sandpaper.
OK. John, you're 6?
Well, I was going to go for suffrage, but you need 2 Fs for that, and there's not enough F in suffrage, right, sisters? So I've gone for gusher.
Is gusher in there?
Yeah. An oil well or an effusive person.
We got a gusher.
You're 6.
Rogues.
Rogues.
Very nice.
Sean, you're 6.
Grouse.
Cool. Well, 6 points to both teams. And Nick, Susie, could they have done any better?
Yes. Always.
Always.
They could have got a 7, couldn't they? They could have got a 7.
Yeah. Ego surf.
Ego surf.
Ego
to
surf.
search the internet for your own personal appearances in it.
Is that actually in the dictionary?
Yeah.
Susie knows every single
That's
word,
amazing.
except if it's got a remotely rude connotation. Before we did that voiceover, we found out that Susie doesn't actually know what the phrase rug muncher is. She was talking about her fetishes with David.
Yeah,
and called it.
David.
She said she was carpet eating.
I thought carpet eating was rude, but I didn't know that specific application of rug munching.
Is rug munching in?
Is it not just the word rug and then the word munching? It's a phrase, isn't it?
Yeah, but there are lots of compound words.
verb.
It's a lifestyle.
OK, so at the end of that, both teams have 6 points. OK, on to our first numbers round. OK, John and David, your turn to pick the numbers.
Oh. David, how many from the top and how many from Dr. Fothergill's along?
We can't specify what numbers we get, am I right? No. Because I'd go for just all 5s.
I can try and find 2, but that's the best you're going to get.
1 big, 5 small.
1 big,
All
5
right,
small.
lovely. Yeah.
1 big, 5 small.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, 5!
You're in.
Hooray!
5, 3,
Boo!
2,
Boo!
3 and 2 are 5.
Oh, I suppose so.
8,
Don't help us.
And 50.
Hooray! Daddy 5!
And your time starts now. So the target was 338. John, did you get it?
No, I've made a terrible error, I'm afraid. So I've got it now. Yes, I've got it.
You have got
I
it.
made a terrible error in thinking I didn't have it. And I never should have doubted myself.
OK. You got it?
I have not got it, no.
Catherine, did you get it?
Yeah,
OK, and Sean?
unless I'm wrong.
I got 339.
339. OK, Catherine, how did you do it?
I might be wrong. Is 50 times 8 400?
yes.
And then 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60.
Yep.
Take that away from 400, and then take away 2.
Perfect.
Well.
John, did you get it?
50 plus 5,
You
55.
said you didn't get it.
multiplied by 4 plus 2,
Multiplied by 6 for 330.
and add 8.
Well done, 338.
10 points to both teams. Time to go across now to Dictionary Corner. Nick, what have you got for us?
Oh, I have a poem. So I'm going to read out my little poem. I've seen a sunset in Nepal and a tree so high that I couldn't see its top. I saw the aurora borealis. I saw the northern lights. And I've seen a baby being born on video. I saw a blind man help a Jew. I've seen a I've seen a dolphin give a monkey a lift. I saw a dog kiss a cat that was patting a newborn sparrow under a rainbow. I saw a horse with a traffic cone on its forehead look like a unicorn. I saw a dove stop a fight outside a kebab shop. I've seen Commando starring Arnold Schwarzenegger 37 times. I once saw a man get kicked in the balls twice. And I've seen an administrator with severe passive aggression get her comeuppance in a photocopy room in Hatfield. But I have never, ever seen anything quite as wonderful as you.
Nick Helm, everyone! OK, so Sean and Catherine have 16, John and David also have 16, and here is your teaser. The words are dong hair. The clue is, I've got a big collection. That's dong hair, and I've got a big collection. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were dong hair. The clue was, I've got a big collection. It was, of course, hoarding. OK, we've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for David and Sean. So, David, you're going to win. Choose the letters.
OK, if you want to do that. You know that stuff Jimmy does? It's not him.
Why have you done that?
Just some letters.
Some letters.
Let's go for it.
I'm so...
Yeah.
Oh, please be horny.
OK. IMSOCEQ. Should we get rid of Q? I don't like that one.
The Q's no good on it.
She's got rid of the Q. It's gone.
Lovely, thank you.
T and N.
And your time starts now. I don't feel great.
It was a lot easier getting in. Sean, how many did you get?
6.
6, OK, all right. And David, how many did you get?
5.
5, all right. Well, David, what's your word?
It's mites.
Mites, OK. Well done, yeah, good.
Should have made that alien wear a condom.
Right, and Sean, what's your word?
My word is oceans.
Well, that's 6 points to Sean.
Yeah, well
done. Nick, Susie, could they have done any better?
Yeah, they could have got an 8, which they could have got semantic, and they could have had a 9, which was I don't know how to say that.
It's encomiast. Somebody who publicly praises somebody else is an encomiast.
Oh, you're joking. Yeah. Where in the Christ names would you ever use that?
It's the sort of thing that David would use in an article.
If I used it in an article, it would be in a phrase such as, I have no idea what encomiast means.
It's a nine-letter word. Susie Dent, everyone. Come on, you're too good for us, Susie. You're too good. OK, so at the end of that, John and David have 16, Sean and Catherine have 22.
Yeah!
Right, time now for John and Catherine to go head-to-head on the maths. Your turn to pick the numbers, Catherine.
Can I please have 2 from the top, Rachel? Ooh. And then the rest small.
And then for little ones. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
And your little ones are 10, 5, 6, 1, 50 and 100. And the target, 811.
Your time starts now. OK. John, did you get it?
Well, I think I got about 820.
Catherine, did you get it?
No.
So, John, you can win 5 points with 820.
Yes, 10 minus 1 is 9.
Yep.
Times 100.
900.
6 5s are 30.
Yep.
And add the 50 and take it all away.
For 80.
5 points to John.
Quite hard, that.
Rachel, could you do it?
You could have said 100 plus 50, 150, times by 5, 750, and then 6 times 10, 60 and 1, and add them for 811.
OK, time to go across Jiu-Jitsu corner once again. Nick, what have you got for us?
I have another poem. So this is a poem called I Love You So Much. I love you. I love you so much. I love you so much I would do anything for you, anything at all, you name it. I would swim the channel for you. I don't know why you'd want me to do that, as you know I have a fear of water and there are loads of other ways to get across the channel these days. Planes, trains, ferries being free, but I wouldn't question it and I would do it anyway because I love you. I would climb the highest mountain for you. I would climb the second highest mountain for you. I would climb the third highest mountain for you. I would climb the fourth highest mountain for you. If you asked me to, I would cut down every flower on the planet and fill up all the vases just so that you could have one day surrounded by a natural beauty that could match your own. Or, if you had hay fever in an instant, I would dump every last one of them into a mulcher, if only to stop your eyes from streaming for just 1 second. Every morning would find you gently awoken with the sound of expertly trained woodland animals who would sing a chorus of my own composition before dressing you in the finest hand-woven clothes from around the world. Because you are materialistic and I love it. I would lie for you. If you were trying to get into an over-30s disco and you were under 30 and the bouncer stopped you, I would say you were over 30 and get you in. I would lie to you if you just spent loads of money on some clothes and you tried them on for me and gave me a little fashion show and you looked like a twat. I would say that you were really great to save your feelings from being hurt. I would die for you if you were crossing the road and I saw a bus travelling towards you. I'd jump in and push you out the way. If there was time, I would obviously try and get out the way too. So that we could spend the rest of our lives with each other. But if there wasn't time, I would get hit by the bus knowing that I had at least saved you. And who knows, it may not be fatal anyway. They're not always, are they? I love you so much I want to wear you over my shoulders like a backpack and fill your mouth with sandwiches and books that we can read as we journey together. You're the first hit of iron brew in the morning. You're a packet of fags with no safety warning. You're the feeling of a shepherd on a wolf-free day and the thought in a runner's head that will get him through the race. And even when he finishes last, it's all right because he's got you in his brain and that's the real prize that I'm taking part. You're fantastic, like butter. You're the satisfying rhyme in every sentence I utter. You're a kiss on my cheek from a dear old gran. If it was on the lips, she was hot and she wasn't my gran. It's all good, isn't it? You're just superb. This is me, over and out. You're looking great. Word.
Nick Helm, everyone. The scores for the moment. John and David have 21. Sean and Catherine have 22. And here is your teaser. The words are a shy turd. The clue is it comes once a week. That's a shy turd. It comes but once a week. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were a shy turd. The clue was it comes but once a week. It was, of course, Thursday. OK, before we get on with the game, time for a quick bonus round, a chance for our teams to win some extra points. We're testing your math skills this week. It's simple arithmetic. All you've got to do is add up to 140. So, John, who's going to play from your team?
I hate to do anything.
Well, that only leaves me on our team.
OK, so you're going to play. Sean, who's going to play on your team?
Catherine, I think's really good at the maths. I think she's shown a real aptitude for it.
Catherine, John, please join me in the middle.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, OK, the aim of this game is to go into the audience and pick out 3 different people whose ages you think add up to 140. You cannot ask their age, but you can ask them anything else. Catherine, do you think you're going to be good at this?
Yeah, sure. I can sniff out people.
John, any tactics? I mean, you're looking round.
Yeah, I'm having a good look. There's a guy I've already clocked who looks so unhappy to be here that I think he's going to be central to my team.
OK, Catherine, you're going first. All right, you're against the clock. Away you go.
How much time is it?
Yeah, you've got 30 seconds, but you got a microphone.
Hello. Have we met before?
No.
No. Do you have a slow cooker?
No. Do you have a slow cooker as your opening question?
Yeah, you go up. You'll be good. Yeah. Go up. One. That's one. What about this lovely couple? How do you feel about gay marriage? Yeah. And you, sir, immigrants? Both of this lovely couple, please come up.
You're bringing that couple?
Are you a couple? Yeah. Just fucking?
Stand on that. So you're number 2 there. You're number 3. Did we find out if you're a couple or just fucking? Oh, you're a couple. What? A couple of fuckers. Yeah, I love it. You did that. Bloody marvellous. Very nice to have you here. OK, and now it's your turn, John. You've had a bit longer to look. Are you confident? Do you know what you're doing?
I wanted them to.
Do I go? OK, yeah, sure. Your time starts now. It's genuinely how he runs, ladies and gentlemen.
How old were you last year?
No! Unacceptable.
Yeah, you go.
You've got 30 seconds, John.
That's, how is that an insult? Where's the angry guy? Yeah, you're the angry guy. Yeah, you go. He looked so angry before. Look how angry you look as well. Why are you so angry? Come on, Grumpy Pants, come on.
OK, you seem to have picked someone from ABBA. He's taken off one of his layers. I'm loving your selection. So you're number 3 there. Well, first things first, are ABBA ever getting back together? Okay, if you change your mind, I'm the first in line. OK, well, let's go through yours first. So, how old do you think this gentleman is?
What's your name?
John.
I think John's about 39. Yeah.
OK, so how old are you?
54.
How old did you think he was?
39.
OK, so how old do you think this lady is?
I think this lovely young couple are 50 and 51.
You are the worst at this. I mean, no offence. I mean, I know it's rude to ask a lady her age, so how much do you weigh?
61.
61. She's 61. How old are you, sir?
64.
So you were aiming for 140?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got 179. OK, let's go over to John. So, John, how old did you think this first gentleman was?
49.
I'm 51.
Pretty close, though. Pretty good. So what about the other Mitchell brother? How old do you think he is?
36.
35.
Killing it! So what does John need?
54.
OK, so Sven. You're going to guess first, and then Sven can tell us his real
He's
name.
younger than 54. 51.
48.
Sorry.
Are you sure you're 48? So John was only 6 away. He wins the points. Round of applause for all our audience members. Thank you very much for coming up, guys. Thank you, fella. Right, thank you. OK, on with the game. Sean and Catherine, your turn to choose the letters.
I'll have the vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. No, they're joking. I, R...
Let's not hope for an essay, Jimmy.
Vowel. Consonant, please.
T.
Consonant, please.
M.
Consonant, please.
V.
Have a vowel, please.
A.
OK, I'll go for a vowel.
Q.
And a consonant, please.
And the last one. R.
OK, and your time starts now. OK, so Sean, how many letters?
Nothing, I've got literally nothing.
Nothing. Catherine, how many letters?
6.
OK, John, how many you got?
Let's try a 7.
And David?
Well, I have a 7, but it's a brand name.
Oh, maybe we've got the same one.
What is it, David?
Is it that?
Oh, yes, it's that. Our brand name, 7, is Marriott. If there's anyone from Marriott out there, I'm looking to move on from fondue.
Susie, is Marriott in there?
No. No. It's not.
Oh, that's a shame.
Catherine?
My 6 is mortar.
Mortar.
And
Very good.
Well, 6 points to Catherine.
Well done, Catherine.
OK, could they have done any better? Susie, Nick?
They could have had... I'll do one and you do the other one, and we'll both do the last one.
OK.
They could have had atrium, which was a 6. Or they could have had...
Armour.
which is another 6. Or they could have had an 8, couldn't they? Which is... Variorum. Together.
What does variorum mean?
It's when an edition of an author's works has lots of notes in it by various editors. It's quite a geeky term, that one.
So at the end of that, Sean and Catherine are in the lead with 28 points.
There we go.
And here is your teaser. The words are moist tip. The clue is one can only hope. That's moist tip. One can only hope. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser, the words were moist tip. The clue was one can only hope. It was, of course, optimist. OK, time for our final letters game. John and David, your turn to choose the letters.
Vowel?
Go for it, yeah.
Yeah, vowel.
E.
And another.
A.
Ooh.
And another.
O.
And a consonant.
N.
And another consonant.
T.
And another consonant.
Q.
Oh dear. Let's try for a U then. Let's have one vowel.
E.
What a letdown. And another consonant, please.
P.
And another consonant, please.
And the last one. S.
And your time starts now. David, how many have you got?
I think I've got 6.
OK. John?
I think I've got 5.
Sean?
I think I have got... 5.
Catherine?
I've only got 5.
You've only got 5. OK, what's your 5?
Pesto.
Sean?
Well, you might... It's quite an unusual word, this. You might not have heard it. Stone.
Stone. John, what's your 5?
Steep.
Steep. OK,
Right
this is
off.
for the points then. David, what's your 6?
Steep as in to steep bread in disgusting oleaginous cheese.
I don't think they're going to pay you the money. It feels like you've really let them
The
down.
thing about you've got to remember about the Swiss is they're not a people that understand nuance. As far as they're concerned, I'm here, the fondue's next to me, they pay the bill. the word I have got is pantos, which isn't rude, just because it's got pant in it. It's the plural of the shortening of the form of Christmassy entertainment.
I'm spelling it without the E.
I'm doing it without the E.
Yeah.
I don't think you put the E in.
No, you don't. P-A-N-T-O-S.
6 points to David for pantos. Nick, Susie, could they have done any better?
Yeah, they could have got a 7, which was pentos.
It's a chemical term for any of the class of simple sugars.
OK. So Sean and Catherine have 28, John and David have 32, so it's a crucial countdown conundrum tonight. Right. Attention. Fingers on buzzers, time for today's crucial countdown conundrum, OK? Your 30 seconds starts now.
Triumphed.
Whoa!
Yes, you bloody have. Let's take a look. It is, of course, triumphed. So the final scores are John and David have 32, but tonight's winners with 38, Sean and Catherine. Congratulations, you're now the proud owner of this, the Countdown Snooker Table. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.
Coming up Sunday, Formula 1 from Bahrain. The race is live at 3 o'clock here on 4. Before then, practice and qualifying tomorrow at 11:55. Next, Alan Carr. Interesting debate this evening as Channel 4 joins Transgender Day of Visibility. Some trans people say they have to give up everything to be themselves. Why is that? It's not too late to join the conversation. Let us know what you think at #TDOV.